Okay everybody, this is the complete transformation process for New Age Legendary Heroes. This is their take on a Solus Prime figure. It does use the arcee mould, but there's a couple of differences with regards to this part and the shoulder pads there. So this is going to be a tutorial. The review is separately uploaded. I hope this helps you out. It can be quite fiddly, so I'm going to be obviously as descriptive as possible. Let's start off by just separating this here at the front, at the back rather. What we need to do, as you separate it, you can see it's on an additional hinge. Bring the hinge down and then just sort of leave it out of the way. So don't just fold it open, fold the hinge down itself. This is now going to free the legs once you've separated these two tabs there. They sometimes still hold the top of the legs in just about there. Just bring the legs down completely out of the way. Don't worry about this at all for now. Right, then you're going to turn your attention to the arms. If you're just going to bring these up and out of the way, turn it so that the bicep there. Now you'll notice I've not put the fists on. This can be done with the fists on as well. The reason why I haven't put it on is purely because this is exactly how your figure's going to appear when you take it out of a box. So now you're going to separate here, right at the sides, pull these apart. This can feel a little bit like you're going to break it, but don't worry, you'll be absolutely fine. Once you've done that, you can lift these arms totally out of the way. Now we are going to turn our attention to here. Now you see these, you can slide this up. It's on a little hinge just inside there. See, there's that hinge. So slot that up, then start to push this part forward. And then if you've got it angled out enough, which you should have, you can bring this around, and then you need to bring this up and over. So we're going to leave that to the side just for now. That's pretty much one of them done. So with the same principle on this side, slide this up. See how it's not joined at all? That's how it will be in vehicle mode. So see how flush that is? Slide this up, then turn it out to the side, just on that little hinge there. Push this purple part forward with the tab, fold this over. This will tab in line with this tab on top of here, so don't push it all the way down. Bring it over and that'll rest in, and then you can bring that over. Keep these out of the way for now because we haven't done anything with the torso. So move the arms slightly out of the way again. Take what we can see is going to be the head. The head is split in two, so bring this up, fold this over on itself like so. Now with the torso on this hinge, with the head out of the way, you can spin that 180 degrees. The head is at the top. Now it's just a case of correcting everything. So take this part, which is the front of the vehicle, fold it right down and back underneath the chest, push that right back in against there. Move these shoulder pads again, which do get in the way. Fold these down either side, click the chest part up, and then you can just bring these parts over, which we've done at the back, and they will sit neatly into there. Final thing with the legs, separate these via that tab. Again, correct the orientation of your arms if you need to, and again, please obviously remember the fists are separate. You can see my waist is just slightly detached. I'm just going to push it down onto it. Final thing, if you have a look at the feet, push this up, you'll hear it click. Rotate the ankle 180 degrees. Same principle this side, push this up, rotate the ankle 180 degrees, and now it is just a case of bringing everything down and putting her into position. So if we're going to take her back to her alternate mode, it's probably easy if we just start with this part, just in case you forget. So just click the feet forward again, you'll hear them do that little snap, down, rotate the ankle around 180 degrees. It's just in case you forget about it. Rotate it round, bring them there and leave them alone. Then turn your attention to these parts at the back, fold these out, and at the same time bring the chest forward. To be honest, it's probably easier if we stay with the front part here, this chest. We're going to extend it right the way out, and then we can rotate it 180 degrees, hopefully not catching onto anything just there. Then you're going to move the arms down and out of the way. Don't forget these shoulder pads will get in the way. Then we're going to separate the head, as bad as that sounds. Yep, split it in half and just start to push the back part down and the face forward. Then you're going to turn your attention to what's going to be the front of the vehicle, fold this out, and then you can collapse the head back and pretty much cover some of it up with what is going to be the front there. Again, keep these shoulders out of the way, but fold them back, so fold them back on themselves. Right, now you're going to turn your attention to these. Remember, we just folded all these up, so open that up, open this up, lift this part up, and then start to correct the orientation of this. So turn it around, and that's how it's pretty much going to line up. Make sure we bring this down as well. Don't worry about the legs for now. Remember this part, we're going to just again turn it slightly out of the way, fold it out, this part up first, fold this part out. It has just tabbed itself in on there. Fold this purple bit out, and then of course bring this down. Now it's a case of pushing the vehicle mode up like so, pushing the front, and then just collapsing this over it. And I'm probably going to make this look a little bit harder than what it is, but remember, I am reaching around a camera and it is quite tedious. So I'm pushing the front of the vehicle like so, bringing this up, and then this will collapse. He says it does take some time, it does take some getting used to. There we go, it's starting to line up, and I can bring this over, and what's getting caught here is the head hasn't gone underneath that part. So what I need to do is just lift this up, bring that down, and just tilt that underneath, and then at the same time I need to shift these arms completely out of the way. So turn the bicep that way, to just for now, so they're out of the way. Again, it's these shoulder pads. This makes this particular version of the mold so much more difficult. Once they're out of the way, this, as you can see now, is starting to line up all around it on the outside. So let's bring these forwards, let's tab this into the front there, same on this side, bring it forward, tab it into there, and you can see it's pretty much lined up now. Right, all you got to do now is take the legs, join these together via this tab here, and you can still do this. As I say, you've got the freedom to move them around. It's not, it might have been a bit better, to be honest, if we'd have stuck it together just before we folded the vehicle in, but it's not too detrimental. It's just a case of lining it up. Once it's in there, then you're going to line the holes in the back there. We're going to bring the feet down, so on the back of the thighs, see we've got these cutouts, line that up. The dowels are going to go straight into there. Bring the feet down to make the what's the word I'm after, to make the seats. They'll line up there, and then close this up, and indeed over it, tab that into position. Make sure this is tabbed into that hole there. It just came out, it's just missed it again, and tab this in via there. Last part, that little hole. Let's line this up. Got to get it flat, push it down, and yep, there we go. Hope this helps. It is quite fiddly.